did. I made a 20 out of 25 cent. I got the enemy streaming my shit. I make a broad only like coochie like dick. Me and him, we ain't the same. He ain't got an ounce of game up in that brain. He love to try to throw smut up on my name. But when I see him, it be yelling gang gang. Like we homies, but we not. That respect don't hit the same when it's buck. When it get hot for you, it's fuck the world. Y'all love the homies more than you love your girl. That shit sus. What the fuck? Cause she ain't never had a real one in them guts. Look, until I hit, and that was it. Y'all drink, think, and get pussy to my shit. Singing. Just me and you. What's good with you? Your king, your prince, my queen.
Yo, what's good? CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. I see the car photos in the chat. Extra Torres, Coast District, Ivy Collins, Just in Time to Fish, love ya. Thank you for joining. Roz Montgomery is in the chat. What's good, y'all? Grambino is on Twitch too. I see you. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. My name is the Holy Lord Sanctus, God of the Coast. We do this every Monday through Friday, playing 805 hip hop and R&B. We're the only radio station committed to the coast. T Shaheed is in the chat. What's good, sir? Thank you for joining. It's been a while, man. How you been?
Hell yeah.
Of course, we're going to play some 805 hip-hop and R&B. Actually, first of all, shout out to my sponsors. Please visit thesourceslo.com for all your cannabis needs. They will deliver weed right to your location if you're in San Luis Obispo or Kern County. They got you. Muddy Lotus SF, what's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream.
Hell yeah.
If you're watching on any other platform except for Instagram, drop a plug in the chat if you want to shout out. I would love to shout you out, because I definitely appreciate you tapping in. And then, oh yeah, my other two sponsors, Station Head and Favor. Download those apps from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and follow Connect the Coast. If you download Favor, that's Favor with a P, P-H-A-V-E-R, and follow Connect the Coast, you will get some Favor points, and you can turn those in for prizes in the future. Tonight we are going to talk about a post that FG Thrilla tagged me in. He's been going really, really hard when it comes to this Drake and Kendrick beef. And he has a lot to say about it. He heard some of my opinions and doesn't agree with them. And so he wanted me to respond to his post. I haven't read it yet. I'm going to read it on air and respond to it tonight. I would love to know what the Coast thinks as well. I have no idea what to expect, but I'm really excited about it. I like conversations like these, little friendly debates. We get along well, so I'm not really worried about it. It's not like beef or anything like that. Just two differing opinions. The card photo says, "I'll do you a favor." It's actually doing yourself a favor, because you're a photographer, man. You can upload your photography on Favor. There's a rabid audience for creatives on there, so it's a lot easier to get some love on there for your content. Extra Taurus says, "This is the house of the Lord." Yes, sir. Fire emoji. What's good? Thank you for joining.
Hell yeah.
Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. You know what? Let's not even play with it. Let's get straight to it. I'm gonna see if I could pull it up on the screen so you can read it, so you know I'm not making it up. Let me try to find it. So FG Thrilla, for those that don't know, for those that are not from the coast, if you're not from the 805, FG Thrilla is a MC, artist, from Lompoc, California. He actually has made one of my favorite songs to ever come from the coast. It's called "Turn You Up," featuring his brother, his real life brother, Maurizio. It's really, really dope. I love that song. And I didn't know he was such a big Kendrick fan, honestly. I had no idea until this battle. But he apparently loves Kendrick Lamar. Nothing wrong with that. And heard my opinions and just kind of has been tagging me in everything that has to do with this battle ever since. If you want to know my opinions on Kendrick Lamar, I suggest you go watch previous videos because I've talked about it at length and I don't want to get into that. But we are going to get into this post that FG Thrilla tagged me in, and I'm going to read it. I'm going to go section by section and respond to it. And then if there's time, we're going to count down the top 5 music videos. I've dropped where you can vote for your favorite music video in the chat. It's that SurveyMonkey link that's pinned to the Instagram chat, or it's in the Restream chat as well. So if you want to vote for your top 5 805 music videos, tap that link and cast your vote. I'm going to leave the voting open until 6:45, and hopefully this conversation doesn't consume the whole hour. But we'll see how it goes. Fire emoji says, yo, what's good? What's good? Thank you for joining. The card photo says, oh shit, fire emoji. And the name Uno is in the Instagram chat. What's good, sir? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind.
Hell yeah.
We are talking about FG Thrilla and his very, very intense opinions about this Drake and Kendrick battle that seems to be never ending. So hopefully the internet will pull it up and then I can read it. Let's see. There we go. Can I read that? Yes. Okay. So FG Thrilla, give him a follow. Like I said, he's an MC out of Lompoc, California. We've shared a lot of his music. And we've even worked together. We've done songs together. We've done shows together. So he has been going crazy. He's Team Kendrick all the way. Hootie Who 95 is in the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. And so he tagged me in this post today, and the post reads, Lord Harold, Connect the Coast. Look, bro, nothing but respect, and I say this in the most loving way, but you're not getting it about the culture movement with Kendrick, and you're supposed to be in me if the main music. Oh, you're supposed to be one of the main music promoters out here. I know you don't have kids, but where this culture movement is most important is is the influence of our kids, the next generation, and the current, obviously. You said so. Okay, so let's stop there. So I just hate this argument, bro. I cannot stand this argument because we like to pick and choose when we care about kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate it. I hate that we use kids as shields and props, and that's about it. That's about the only time we actually care about kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't put any laws on the books to protect kids. We don't feed kids. There's 500,000 homeless people in America with homeless families. There's kids crossing the border without parents. Nobody cares. We're done. It doesn't seem like we're really doing anything about sex trafficking except rapping about it and crip walking to it. So we don't really care about kids in the way that we pretend to care about kids. You know what I'm saying? Even like, I'm not even trying to like point the finger, but just stating facts. Like, I've played your music. I know your music well because I play your music on this channel. You know what I'm saying? And nothing about your music says that that protecting the next generation of kids is your main concern. And I'm not saying that that's not your concern as a human being. I'm just saying the same way that you wouldn't want to be judged by your art, I don't think you should judge other people by their art. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's not a cool argument in my mind. So he goes on to say, you said something about gay people and whatever yesterday. I'm like, where has Kendrick ever came for gay people? Where did that even come from? Kendrick is the greatest rapper in my eyes because of his character, and it's literally golden. My kids can listen to any song he has ever made because of the message. He's against sexism, racism, gang violence, prostitution, and the 1% literally just took out one of the biggest puppets in the game. Is that what it's, is that say 1% or am I saying that wrong? Oh, the 1%. He just put the percent. Okay, got you. So let me respond to that. So I think the thing I said about so yesterday, for those that weren't here, Rafa the Unknown, what's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind, and definitely hop in the chat. Like, there is no right or wrong answers. Hop in the chat. Let me know what you think. The name Uno says, you're. And the name Uno says, niggas want to talk about kids but got 4 baby mamas and no wife. Now, I will say FG Thriller does have I don't know if they're married, but he's with his kid's mother. I know that, but I'm not even going to talk about nobody's family. I'm gonna just respond directly to these facts that I come across. But the name Uno with the laughing emojis, and he says not talking about him personally, but just in general. I got you for sure. John Mercado is in the chat. What's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Yeah. So yesterday, if you weren't here, I was talking about how people are conflating this as good for hip hop culture when I think that they mean is good for internet culture, because people conflate hip hop culture with internet culture only because hip hop culture drives internet culture. I mean, like everything we say on the internet, from let's fucking go to most of the funniest memes and the people in memes, all of the songs and viral music that drives the internet, most of that is hip hop or like a derivative of hip hop. And so people conflate internet culture, which is its own thing, to hip hop culture. And I said that so hip hop culture and gay culture drives internet culture. That's what I said yesterday. That's the only thing I said about gay people, I think, yesterday. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know what else he might have been talking about from yesterday, but I stand by that. I do think that gay culture and black and specifically hip hop culture drive a lot of internet culture. Even like people being obsessed with sneakers, everybody wanting to be a rapper or a DJ. That's all hip hop culture. The card photos on Instagram says, didn't Kendrick do a song with Drake called Fucking Problems? Asking for a friend who thinks Kendrick is against sexism. And also, like, I said this yesterday, didn't Kendrick say, I wish my dick was as big as the Eiffel Tower so I could fuck the world for 72 hours? Like, how is that good for kids? You know, I understand you have your own set of morality you raise your kids by. I'm not questioning that, but I'm just saying, like, in the general sense, I don't think that most parents would say that that's good for kids. But I'm not the one, like, I'm not coming from this of a place of like tying my character or my morality to this battle in the way that FG Thriller is. The real Trap God is in the building. Michael Montoya 96 is in the building. Fogtown is in the building. What's good, y'all? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. If you're just joining, FG Thriller from Lompoc tagged me in a long ass post because he does not like my opinions about this Kendrick and Drake. Not in a weird beef way. It's not beef. It's nothing crazy like that. It's just friendly dialogue. You know what I'm saying? So he tagged me in this post, basically stating his case on why Kendrick is that guy and why I should agree with FG Thriller. And I'm reading this post for the first time. I didn't see it earlier today, so I'm reading it for the first time and responding to it and giving my opinions on it. And I definitely want your opinions in the chat as well, so let me know. Don't hesitate. You feel what I'm saying? The name Uno says, I'm lost. What happened? I'm lost. Can you fill me in? I'm so lost. So Uno, does that make sense? I just broke it down. Let me know if that makes sense. I'm going to continue to read. He says, yeah, he's against prostitution, the 1%, and literally just took out one of the biggest puppets in the game. Honestly, too, like, I don't, the music is key, so I heard there's some tea. What's happening? What's good, sir? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. So yeah, I'll take it from the top again. So if you're just joining, thank you for joining. FG Thriller from Lompoc is is a big Kendrick fan, and he does not like my opinions about this Kendrick versus Drake battle. He tagged me in this post that I didn't get a chance to read earlier today, and I said I'm only going to respond to this post on CTC Radio, so I'm reading this post for the first time and responding to it for the first time, and I want your thoughts on this as well, because I think this goes into what I was talking about yesterday. If you missed the stream yesterday, I definitely suggest you go watch it. I talked about what we learned from this battle and like tribalism, and I didn't talk about radicalization, but I do see people getting radicalized for Kendrick in a very weird way, and this might fall under that umbrella, but yeah, so I'll read it from the top. The card photo says Kendrick is in the 1%. Dude is a literal millionaire, and also that part. You feel what I'm saying? Like that is 10,000% true. Kendrick is the 1%. So from the top, FG Thrilla says, look, bro, nothing but respect. I say this in the most loving way, but you're not getting it about the culture movement with Kendrick. And you're supposed to be one of the main music promoters out here. I know you don't have kids, but this is where the culture movement is. What's the culture movement? This is where the culture movement is most important. It's on the influence of our kids and the next generation and the current, obviously. You said the current, obviously. So I stopped there, and my first response to that is like, let's please stop pretending that we give a fuck about kids when we don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody cares about kids in the way they pretend to. We don't put laws on the books to protect kids. We let kids be homeless. We let them walk hundreds of miles to try to get to the border, and then we deport them. We just separate them from their families. We bomb them. You name it. We don't care about kids like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I said FG Thrilla, whose music I really like. I really enjoy FG Thrilla's music, but I play a lot of his music on this on this channel, on this radio station, and I've never heard any verses talking about let's support the next generation. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, FG Thriller, but I have not heard those verses from you, my G. I'm sorry. So if we really care about kids the way we say we do, let's not pick and choose the times that we want to care about kids. You feel me? Can I get an amen in the chat? Is that possible? DJ Glenn Coco just joined. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. The card photo says, we don't educate them. We don't give them school lunch. We don't let the women make choices about when to have kids. There you go. You know what I'm saying? We only care about kids when they're in their mom's body. And then once they get out of the womb, we don't care about them. The real trap guy says, yes, Lord. And then he goes on to say, and I think this is where Uno and everybody else came in. He goes on to say, sorry, you said something about gay people and whatever yesterday. I'm like, when has Kendrick ever came for gay people? Where did that even come from? Kendrick is the greatest rapper in my eyes because of his character, and it's literally golden, which is wild. Like, nobody has a golden character. I feel like we want to bring it down to a 8. We're at like a 72 right now. He says it's literally golden. My kids can listen to it, any song he has ever made, because of that message, because of the message. He's against sexism, racism, gang violence, prostitution, the 1%, and literally just took out one of the biggest puppets in the game. So that's where we stopped. And there's just a lot. There's a lot in that section. To say that Kendrick has a golden personality is wild. The name Uno says amen. John Mercado says amen. The name Uno says, let the church say. Right? Yeah, no, that section I just read is really insane, because first of all, to know these things about a person, you have to know that person. And I feel pretty comfortable saying, yeah, FG Thriller does not know Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless y'all have a hidden relationship that I've never heard about, but I just feel like if you had that kind of relationship with Kendrick Lamar, you would have talked about it online and on socials before, you know, and I just haven't heard that. So if I'm wrong and you and Kendrick are like neighbors or something, or like best friends, please, by all means, correct me, and I'll be happy to correct that record. But I'm venturing to say you do not know this nigga. And so for you to say that he has a golden personality is absolutely wild, my guy. Absolutely wild. Nobody has a golden personality. Everybody has flaws. That's just the name of the game when it comes to humanity. Now, what you want to let your kids listen to, that's all good. The name Uno says that's wild. Music is Key says he might be more digestible commercially, but even then, you can't set that kind of standard not knowing somebody. The name Uno just keeps saying that's wild. Jackson Wolpert joined. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. The Real Trap Guy says, I support prostitution. Yo, I mean, to each his own. The card photo says, saw them at the skate park the other day. Even Jesus wasn't this holy, right? Like, come on, bro. It's wild. Now you got me sounding like Uno in here. And then the card photos made an excellent point. You're saying he's against gang violence. Word on the street, I heard he's a blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing all kinds of gang references in his music, but I heard that's allegedly. Somebody corrected me in the chat the other day because I said, countdown to when all the Crips get mad at the TikTok moms, see walk into Not Like Us, and someone corrected me and said he's a blood. Yo, get it right. So, can you be against gang violence if you're for gang culture? I don't know. You tell me. And then he says, let's see. Every song he's ever made because of the message. He's had some songs with some questionable messages. What about that one where he's like about to beat up his girlfriend or whatever, and then they start fucking? That sounds like a toxic relationship to me. That's just one of the songs I could think of off the top of my head that doesn't have the greatest message. But again, I don't know what your standard of morality is for your kids, and I'm not trying to question that or even bring that into the conversation, so we can hop over that. To say he's against sexism, can we as rappers actually, I don't know. I think there's a lot to be said about misogyny in hip hop. I don't think that rappers are inherently sexist. Like, I don't think I'm sexist, but do we participate in misogyny? Unfortunately, that's part of the art. Like, yeah, I'm trying to back away from that, but it is part of the art. So, and Kendrick definitely participates in that part of the art. Demiza is in the chat. What's good, sir? Thank you for joining. The Real Trap Guy said he's a non-affiliate, but that's still gang culture, bro. The card photo says he's happy to take advantage of gang culture then when it suits him. The Real Trap Guy said he's actually a good boy in a mad city. I think that's a way to say, I know all the gangsters, I'm cool with what they do as long as they don't bring harm to me or my family. You know what I'm saying? Which, again, I don't have a problem with that. To me, that becomes a problem when people who morally equivocate try to play both sides of the fence. That's when it becomes a problem. I'm not the one saying that there's a problem with the way Kendrick or anybody else operates. This is FG Thrilla saying that he has a problem with the way that I'm operating, and I'm responding to that, right? I'm not saying he needs to operate or think or believe what I believe. He's saying I need to believe what he believes, and he's stating that case, and I'm defending myself on that, just if you're hopping in the chat. So we're talking about Kendrick and Kendrick versus Drake. FG Thriller is a big Kendrick fan. I have never truly been a Kendrick fan. If you want to hear why, I break down why in previous episodes, so you can go to our channel and watch previous episodes, but I've broken that down ad nauseum. I'm not doing it anymore. But FG Thriller heard that I'm not the biggest Kendrick fan, and he doesn't like that, and so he's been tagging me in all of these pro Kendrick posts, and he wrote a long one today directly to me, and this is my first time reading and responding to it. And we're halfway through it. I'm gonna get through it really quickly, and then we'll get to the music. You can still vote for your top 5 music videos by clicking the link that's pinned to the Instagram chat, or scroll up and find the Survey Monkey link in the Restream chat, and I'm gonna announce the top 5 music videos at the end of the stream. All right, to continue, FG Thriller says, and then calling Drake a puppet. I do feel like this is what we got to know for those in hip hop that are not aware. Blood libel is a thing. Blood libel. While there are a lot of things that are being called anti-Semitic these days that I don't think are anti-Semitic, like, and that's just my personal belief, but I do know, I do want to be sensitive to Israelis and Jews in the building, or friends of mine. Mike Gubman, what's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. But I do think in this instance, this is anti-Semitic. Like the 1%, like calling Drake the 1% is definitely kind of blood libelous. It is I think something that we definitely need to pay a lot more attention to in hip hop. And I know it is because the card photo says, and the Hebrews in here appreciate. Nah, and I mean, I just got to be real. I got to call a spade a spade. Like when Kendrick says I'm whipping feet, like that's anti-Semitic. That's what used to happen to Jews in concentration camps. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and if there was two white dudes battling and one of them said I'm whipping this other white dude like a black slave, I would have a problem with that as well. Like, that's just me. I'm not telling y'all what to do or how to feel, but I would have a problem with that, y'all. And like, I feel like I don't like the fact that people are, this is another thing I've never addressed, but it's always been at the forefront of my mind. The card photos can attest to this because I've talked about this. Like, I don't like how we overlook racism when it suits us. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is definitely a form of racism that, for whatever reason, is accepted in hip hop. I don't accept it. I don't like it, but it is. And I do think there's a form of ignorance where people don't know that it's blood libelous. People don't know that it's anti-Semitic, to say things like whooping feet, to say things like to call Drake the 1% when, I mean, Kendrick is the 1%. Like, it just, those are anti-Semitic things. Those are tropes that have been around since the beginning of time. That's Nazi ideology. I'm not for that. And so that's another thing that's been a big issue with me on this battle that I didn't bring to the forefront by now, but he's putting that in his response, so I had to address it. Like calling him a puppet, that's like textbook anti-Semitic blood libelism. Like, that's textbook, and it's just not dope. It's not cool. We wouldn't accept it in any other form or any other battle, and I don't accept that, and I don't think that's cool. Let's see. And then so he goes on to say, as I got older, a lot of shit Michael Leach Jr. said about the area is true. This area of Cali is lost as fuck, bro. And I don't discriminate any religion, and I don't care if my kids Buddha, Hindu, whatever. I'd rather have them believe in God than be an atheist. Then you people wonder why shit like Diddy, Epstein, and all these people that look so successful but are doing the worst evil are good. Y'all have been fooled. Influence and music are the biggest influence on this planet, and what you're basically saying is that you support niggas that preach nothing but fucking bitches, doing drugs, and just low life mentality. You speaking on Kendrick and saying especially it's bad for the culture is disrespectful, bruh. Drake is a pedophile. He's part of Sons of Anarchy, a white gang. Okay, let me stop there. There's only one sentence left. There was so much wild things. There's so many wild, like, conspiracy theorist things in that. The name Uno said, this shit is crazy. It's wild. It's wild thornberries, my nigga. It is wild. This is very wild thornberries, my nigga. I'm gonna have to take that shit. This is off the rocker wild, FG. I love you, my guy. I do. Like, there's no beef. But this is crazy, and I'm gonna tell you why. So first of all, anytime I've ever heard Big Mike say that this area is lost, I think for me it's been more that he's talking about like strategy, like people that think they're gonna get on without doing the necessary things to get on. Like, you're lost in believing that you have a chance. I don't think that Big Mike is one to like do any kind of virtue signaling or moral grandstanding. So I don't think that's what he means by this area is lost. And again, I'm a proponent of free speech. So it's, if you think the area is lost, then that's what you're entitled to. If you think being an atheist is bad versus believing in something, even though Buddha is not a god, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is that you could be a Buddhist and an atheist, you know what I'm saying? Like, just so you know. But you can believe whatever you want is my point. But you're also talking about Drake like you live next door to this nigga, like you know him as well. Like, you don't know Drake either, bro, and there's no concrete evidence that he is a pedophile that has come out yet. And for people to just run with these internet theories because they believe what they saw on a YouTube video is crazy. And that's what I was talking about yesterday. I'm not going to break everything down, but I said I don't think that this is necessarily good for hip hop culture, because it's the equivalent of when Will Smith went on stage at the Oscars and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock and then went and sat back down. You know what I'm saying? It set a precedent that you could do shit like that, and then everybody started running up on stage and tackling artists during performances and tackling comedians during performances. Will Smith opened the floodgate to that. That set a precedent. And I think Kendrick Lamar just metaphorically slapped the shit out of Drake on the Oscar stage, and has opened the door to some very dangerous behavior. And I think this is the result of that dangerous behavior. I think this FG Thrilla talking about Drake as if he knows Drake, as if it's factual. And I'm not, if Drake is guilty, I have no problem admitting that Drake is guilty. I'm not as invested as FG. I'm not like tying my character and my identity to this battle. And I think that is how people get radicalized. Like, this is borderline radicalization for a person you do not know. You know what I'm saying? Like, for two people you don't know. One you're for and one you're against, but neither one of them you don't know. You're just willing to accept certain information to prove your point about the one you like, and other information to disprove points about the one you dislike. And so it just, to me, it doesn't work. The name Uno says, I do. So he a pedo and Kendrick doesn't hit women, and he all about women and positive. Bro don't give a shit about no more. I don't know what that last one is. Uno. Uno continues to say, I mean, no disrespect either. This shit is, I think he's saying, bro, don't give this shit no more. Oh, don't give this shit no more light. I mean, no disrespect either. This shit is fucking nutty. Niggas are high key lost. Jess joined the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. The card photo says, can we also add that the whole QAnon sex trafficking pedo thing is textbook anti-Semitism as well? Also, he for the religion but doesn't know it's a commandment to have any idol before God like you. That kind of, like Kendrick is golden. I kind of thought the same thing. The card photos in regards to not having false idols, because this does feel a lot like Kendrick worship, you know what I'm saying? And yes, like claiming every elite is a pedophile is most recently a QAnon conspiracy, but that has kind of always been the case, and it's always been anti-Semitic in nature. Like always, pretty much. So a lot of people don't know where these tropes come from. I had to get educated on it myself, but it's true. I'm not making it up. You can look it up for yourself. And it's dangerous, because if we allow, we just marched about this in 2020. If we allow certain forms of racism, if we allow certain forms of abuse, then it becomes pervasive everywhere, and it bleeds into everything. And I think that's what we're seeing from 2020. As loud as we got, as much as we marched, nothing happened. And this shit is bleeding into everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a different conversation. Juan for the road, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. And then the last sentence says, and then lastly, like, he said, there's so much I could respond to, but I'm not gonna stay on this for super long. He says Drake is in Sons of Anarchy is a gang. Sons of Anarchy is a TV show. It's not Hell's Angels is the gang. First of all, let's get that right. And Drake seems to have ties to Hell's Angels, which is questionable. I can admit that. I can admit that that's questionable. But again, you're not even saying the things right. You know what I'm saying? Which just shows me that you are prone to believing salacious headlines that prove your point, regardless of if they're true or not. So it's hard to have a good faith conversation in this scenario. But the last sentence goes on to say, it's Sons of Anarchy, it's a white gang, and it's possibly the main ringleader for sex trafficking in Canada. Yo, man's good for our youth and our culture, though, right? Love, stop it. And that has never been my argument. I've never, Mama GC23 was good. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Lastly, this is the last thing I'm going to say about this. That has never been my argument. My argument has never been that Drake is good for the culture. I never said that. My argument is, especially yesterday, was that I don't think that the tribalism we're experiencing through this beef, through this battle, where it's just you have to love one side and hate the other, and there are no gray areas, and there are no and it's not about music at all, and it's not about bars at all or songs at all. It's just about mudslinging and dirt, you know? And so to me, like, that is not good for the culture. Like, if this was just about bars, that would be dope. But it's not about bars at all. To me, and that makes it not a moment for hip hop. That makes it an internet moment, a fleeting internet moment. Now, did we get music from it? Does it affect hip hop? Yes, but at its core, it's an internet moment. It's not a hip hop culture moment. And I don't think that this was great for hip hop. I don't think it's great for hip hop for niggas to be dancing and singing and crip walking to calling other people pedophiles. You know what I'm saying? And like, unless there's hardcore evidence for that, and if you know that it's true, and you have evidence that it's true, don't make a song about it and monetize it, my nigga. Turn this nigga into the feds. Call the feds on this nigga. Like, if we really care about kids, let's stop crip walking in the club to the song about the pedophile, and let's get rid of the pedophiles. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I hate this whole argument. Like, the whole way you frame this argument from the beginning is that we got to care about the kids, when you talked about kids for this much, and you talked about your love for Kendrick this much. Like, I needed to what's homie's name? Mims. I need you to make it make sense. The card photo says, let's see walk to the FBI on that one. Like, I agree. Let's hit the authorities on that one. Like, if you know it and you have evidence. And I think that's another thing that like has really bothered me about this battle with all the clear virtue signaling. Like, to me, what's made it, and Maxwell's house is in the chat. Brett Harvell is in the chat. What's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. We're talking about Kendrick versus Drake and what we've learned from it. And we have a Kendrick stan who doesn't like my opinions about the Drake, about how I feel about Drake. So I'm responding to him. But what I've really hated about this whole, Isaac Bagnall, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. What I've hated about this whole entire battle is like the virtue signaling, and how people like will disregard something that Kendrick does that's the same as Drake, just to give Kendrick praise. And like, so for instance, I can't remember what song, but on one of the songs at the end, Kendrick basically says like, you guys need to know that there's foul shit going on in the music industry, and it's a lot of weird things going on in Hollywood. I'm paraphrasing, but he's basically insinuating that he knows that there's a lot of weird behavior, quote unquote weird behavior, and inappropriate things happening in Hollywood. And my thing is, like, I treat that the same way as I treat cops. Like, if you don't do anything about the bad cops, you're not a good cop. You know what I'm saying? So like, you don't get stripes just for being a cop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to stop bad cops from doing bad things if you want to be considered a good cop. And like, you can't be like a good, if you're not gonna give us the details, if you know who's being weird and you know who needs to be off the streets, but you're not gonna give us the details, you're just gonna put it in a song and be like, oh, you guys need to know something crazy is going on, y'all, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is, because why are you not gonna tell us what it is if you're the good guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody just overlooks that part because they just, it's a matter of how much they love Kendrick and how much they hate Drake, and that combination is it's sad. It just creates like this whole radical tribalist whack behavior like this, you know what I'm saying? So I've said my piece why I think it's bad for the culture. Again, I don't have an issue with FG Thrilla. I will still play his music, but you know, I think to say Kendrick has a golden personality when I mean, again, please correct me if you know this nigga, and if you've had the chance to meet him, I will happily correct what I'm talking about. But I don't think you know Kendrick Lamar, and I don't think you know Drake. So to pretend like you do is wild. Music is Key says, Sons of Anarchy is crazy. Voice of SM says, hey, yo, what up? Today Uno says, he said golden, bro. Fuck good, fuck great. Cuss said golden gang, yo. Like, yeah, man. I don't know that I've ever heard another human being called another human being's personality golden. I don't know that I've ever heard that in my life. That's a first. Have y'all ever heard that before? It's crazy. Let's play some songs, and then actually after this next song, I'm going to close the voting. So make sure you vote for your favorite music video so we can count down the top 5 music videos. The link is in all the chats. And I got you. Hold on. Since I'm not playing a lot of music videos, I want to start with... What mood am I in right now? I'm in this mood right here. This is Terrell Anthony. It's called Taking It With Me. CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. Voting will close soon. Tap that link.
I got trust issues.
Money to go.
I'm sorry.
New song for my trail niggas. Another win for the real side. Nigga, I don't know who to trust. With the money when I do die. So I'm taking it with me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking it with me. I don't know how, but I'm taking it with me. New song for my trail niggas.
John Mercado 97 says, I wouldn't ever describe people's character as golden, but hey, that's just me. That's not just you. That's me too. I couldn't, you know. Even if I love them, I don't know that I would do that. That's wild.
Niggas keep hitting me line. They interrupting me grind. If it's not about the money, you shouldn't pay me no mind. I need the credit I earn. They want my shit to decline. But I'ma get mine though. While you wait in line. They put their hands in your pocket. Soon as they see that you popping.
The card photo says anti-Semitism. If anyone needs tools or resources, there's a great Instagram called Roots Metal that has amazing education posts to help. Batty Kai just joined the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. The Real Trap Guy just joined the chat and says, can't we all just get along? Quoting Rodney King, y'all. Mina Azul is in the chat. What's good? Nicole Samaje is in the chat. What's good? Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Mina Azul, question. Can I get on the show this Friday if I come to Ventura? Let me know. I know it's last minute, but is that possible? And then the card photo says, he has a golden personality. He came to me with tears in his eyes in Trump voice. Yo, I'm dead.
Taking it with me.
I mean, I need that.
Yeah, I'm taking it with
about
me.
you niggas, man.
I
Hell
don't know
yeah.
how, but I'm taking it with me.
I ain't just chasing the money. I'm chasing the feeling of having no worries when niggas get hungry. Like you saw what I got you before I could rap it, you know what it is. They'll end up watching pockets more than they be watching their kids. But that's none of my biz. I'm back on my bullshit. Like I rap with a 4-5. Kill niggas like I rap with a 4-5. Put niggas on their back like a clothesline.
You smell what I'm cooking? You taking nails like a rookie. No link in my bio, but you could come find me if you wanna book me. Yeah, I'm ready and willing. Shit that I smoke got my head in the ceiling. I'm good with my girl and she bad like a villain. Tryna save lives, making a killing. Tryna stay right, but left is appealing. Tryna take flight and land on $1 million. Then jump out the plane with the champagne spilling like. New song for my trail niggas. Another win for the real side. Nigga, I don't know who to trust. With the money when I do die. So I'm taking it with me. Yeah, I'm taking it with me. I don't know how, but I'm taking it with me. New song for my trail niggas. Another win for the real side. Nigga, I don't know who to trust. With the money when I do die. So I'm taking it with me. Yeah, I'm taking it with.
John Mercado says, what? I want to go to Ventura. Grambino 740 says, I can't help it. Just reread the post in the Trump's voice in my head. It's way funny. You're a fool. Voice of SM says, these celebrities do not care about us, dog. I respect the dope things they've done musically, but I ain't going to go to war for them. They wouldn't go to war for any of us. That part, doo-wop, that part. This is Mark 40 and OG David James out of Ventura, California. It's called Put It in Motion.
You fuck with the wrong one. We finna ghost them.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we on the coast here. I fell in the ocean. Why you do the most here? Why you do the most shit? I put it in motion. Yeah, we smoke the dopest. You fuck with the wrong one. We finna ghost them. Oh, we on the coast, yeah. I fell in the ocean. Why you do the most, yeah. Why you do the most shit? Still inside.
Oh, shit. Chris Dollar is in the chat. What's good?
Hell yeah.
Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind.
Damn lot, but I will smith you like a Hancock. Whoa, whoa, 100 verses that I ain't dropped. You ain't hearing shit, Helen Keller, but I'ma keep it to myself. You should do the same, only thing coming on your waist is a bill. Stop capping, I work hard for a new mansion. Fuck a house, I'd rather go platinum. I'm Kobe Bryant, mixed with Phil Jackson. I put it in motion, I smoke the dopest. You fuck with the wrong one, we finna ghost them. Oh, we on the coast here. I fell in the ocean. Why you do the most here? Why you do the most shit? I put it in motion. Yeah, we smoke the dopest. You fuck with the wrong one. We finna ghost them. Oh, we on the coast, yeah. I fell in the ocean.
Master Dreamer just joined the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Grambino says, yep, that. Voice of SM is golden. Voice of SM says, Grambino with the laughing emojis. I'm done with y'all.
President crackers hating like Barack. Chefing and cooking the pan toss. Pride of jumping from the hand toss. Once they get it, it's never too much. That's reminiscing of Van Dross. Marathon running a couple of miles left. Almost out of breath and the sand soft. Never pulled the plies. Humble with the vibes. Doubling up how I ran off. Taste struggle. Got a great hustle for the empire that we building on. SBs with the paint drip. Big bass on Chief and Ross. Bag getter, I'm a black nigga. Need a plaque hanging like a black nigga. Add it up and we multiply. Divide that, do the math, nigga. Pulling up with the space tense. Had to shape shift occupations. Now I'm living life like I can't miss. Kobe Bryant, I just bank shit. St. Nick out of California with the rare gifts that you can't get. Train yard out on 5th Street. Graffiti S with the paint shit.
Put it in motion. I smoke the dopest. You fuck with the wrong one. We finna ghost them. Oh, we on the coast here. I fell in the ocean. Why you do the most here? Why you do the most shit? I put it in motion. Yeah, we smoke the dopest. You fuck with the wrong one. We finna ghost them. Oh, we on the coast, yeah. I fell in the ocean. Why you?
Grambino says, right back at you. Voice of SM says Grambino a real one, and then Grambino says right back at you. I knew I was missing part of that conversation. CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast, playing 805 hip hop and R&B every Monday through Friday night, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you so much for tapping in, y'all. Before I announce the top 5 videos, I do want to let you know that we have new merch available on our CTC apparel store. We have Aroused oversized t-shirts. Aroused is our latest single that we just dropped last week. on all streaming platforms worldwide, so you can get this song on Apple Music, Spotify, and all the places you can stream music. It features a lot of really dope artists from the coast. It's a summertime bop, right in time for the barbecues and the cookouts and all that shit. So make sure you go download that, Aroused by Connect the Coast, on all streaming platforms, and get yourself some matching merchandise. And if you don't like the Aroused oversized tees, that's all good. We have plenty of other designs that you can grab, because that's the best way for you to support this stream, for us to keep doing this kind of engagement, y'all. So grab yourself some CTC apparel, and you can get 10% off by using the discount code Good Day, all one word. Good Day, good day, good day. Go ahead and do that. Shout out for FG Thrilla for being willing to jump out the window. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that any of your points landed the way you think they did, but I respect the effort. If you didn't get your votes in, if you weren't able to get your votes in for the top 5 music videos, I don't know what to tell you, man. You got to show up on time so we can get that off. But I'm gonna go ahead and play this Jay Riley video. It's brand new. It's a world premiere. Grambino said, "Oh, they landed like a Boeing airplane." Then cover your heads, y'all. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. Chicken Little vibes. Let's play this brand new Jay Riley music video. It's called Watching Out For Me. It just dropped. We'll get into that, and then I'll count down the top 5 music videos.
Everybody's watching, but nobody's watching out for me. For me, for me, everybody's watching, nobody's watching out for me. For me, yeah. I'm sick of this shit, allergic, and it histamine. I'm peddling my medicine, I'm doing what is best for me. I'm cutting out the fat, turning leeches into vegetables. My bitch act like Medusa, turn her hoes into some stepping stones. I need it, feeling like a heathen. Take my nails up to the chalkboard, show you how I'm feeling. Codename just next door, I'm with the bros sliding the Cheeto. She like, what we gon' do if you pull up and then take me home? Yeah, pump them brakes, you on my case, you don't wanna be brief. Never claim to be Judas, I don't walk with a priest.
Imperial Works just hopped in the chat. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind.
But I don't talk to police, no. Everybody's watching, but nobody's watching out for me. For me, for me, everybody's watching, nobody's watching out for me. For me, yeah. Everybody watching, nobody listen to what I talk about. I'm twisting up and try to pray to God that she gon' burn me down. I never ask forgiveness from a bitch when I don't do no wrong. I listen to my voices, then I channel it into a song, yeah. Rearrange the facts that wouldn't serve you. I'ma warn you like a siren, I would never wanna hurt you. I'm a butterfly evolving out this bitch, I got a second life. Double take and see me out in public, they gon' recognize. I'm young Jay spinning round the block, I'm testing misses. 20 hoes on revolution, but this one it won't be televised. Lights off, baby, it's your curfew, this is Betty Bye. Sugar baby J, I got a craving for that apple pie. Everybody's watching, but nobody's watching out for me. For me, for me, everybody's watching.
Big G's Barbecue, Alex Jara 27, official Timo. Thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. CTC Radio, the only radio station committed to the coast. That's Jay Riley. It's called Watching Out For Me. I see Chris Dollar in the chat. He says, waiting for it on all platforms. Good shit, Jay. It's already on repeat. Yo, shout out to Chris Dollar for supporting local artists, man. I appreciate that, Chris
Hell
Dollar.
yeah.
Thank you for supporting. Go get yourself some merch, bro. You know what I'm saying? Rep the fam. Cool. It's time for the top 5 music videos on the coast for Tuesday, May 14th. And at number 5, we have Chris the Thriller, Stuck in the Middle. And at number 4, we have Brizzy K, Beatbox Remix. In at number 3, we have Cam Jones, Love Spins. In at number 2, hey, Lord Sanctus, Harold is Lord. In at number 1, we have Bats, Look Better. Again, congrats, Bats is going crazy right now.
Hell yeah.
Gambino says Dylan to Dylan. Dylan 4. You're dumb.
Hell yeah.
Thank y'all so much for tapping in, yo. I have a lot of fun doing this stream. It's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially after a long day of work and nigga just wants to sit back and do the Al Bundy. But I do have fun once it gets going, y'all. But I would really appreciate it if y'all could check out our online store, grab yourself some merch. It's bonfire.xyz/connectthecoast. Also, big shout out to John Merck, man. I always want to shout out his playlist. Link with him, John Mercado. What is the number? I'm looking for it. 97, is that it? John Mercado 97? I should know that off the top. Yeah, John_Mercado 97. Link with him if you want to get the playlist. We play all these the songs on Apple Music, but he has an Apple Music playlist, and we play all of those songs on this show. But anyone can add music to the playlist. So if you have 805 music that you're not hearing but you want to hear, make sure you add it to that playlist. And he's so kindly done that for us. So make sure you link with him. I will be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, counting down the top 5 music videos, playing you 805 hip hop and R&B, and talking about Coast news. You feel what I'm saying? I hope everybody has a good night. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Just me and you. What's good with you? Your king, your prince, my queen, my bitch. Your lips, your eyes, your hips, your thighs. We met tonight. I hit tonight. You been, I been, I hit it right. She dick, much ice. You smoke, I drink. I know you think that I'm alright. What's good tonight? Off the rip, look what I did. I made a 20 out of 25 cent. I got the enemy streaming my shit. I make a broad only like coochie like dick. Me and him, we ain't the same. He ain't got an ounce of game up in that brain. He love to try to throw smut up on my name. But when I see him, it be yelling gang gang. Like we homies, but we not. That respect don't hit the same when it's buck. When it get hot for you, it's fuck the world. Y'all love the homies more than you love your girl. That shit sus. What the fuck? Cause she ain't never had a real one in them guts. Look, until I hit shit, and that was it. Y'all drink, think, and get pussy to my shit. Singing. Just me